Welcome to Strikers Lanes in Sunrise, Florida. And today we've got a new hazmat to talk about. So Hammer released the Hazmat. This is the original one some time ago. It was a hybrid and a lot of people liked it. It was a very strong symmetrical core inside a hybrid cover. And then recently they made a solid hazmat to go with it. So here we have a Pearl. It's the Symmetric Pearl with the HK22. And the core numbers on this thing, again, just like the other hazmats, really strong. 2.47 RG, 0.055 differential. This thing is going to rev up early and flare a ton. I'm expecting one of the strongest symmetrical Pearl reactions I've thrown in quite some time, but I haven't thrown this ball yet, so I don't know what it's going to do, really. So we're going to go out to the lanes, and you're going to see what I see as soon as I see it the first time. So you'll get all of our first reactions to this Hazmat Pearl. Let's go out to the lanes and let's take a look. We are out here at Strikers Lanes. We're in Sunrise, Florida, by the way, in case you're curious. And this is just the regular house shot. We're just going to throw this Hazmat Pearl, which, by the way, is one of the prettiest bowling balls I've ever thrown. Like, this thing is really good looking. Let's take it, see what it does. I have this ball drilled with a pin up pretty far, although it's longer than a 5-inch pin, so hopefully it gets a little bit of length. It should. I mean, this is going to be a pretty clean cover. And we'll see how much it flares. That really high differential could be a big hooking ball in the back end. So I really don't know. We're going to find out because I haven't thrown this ball yet. So I'm just going to put my feet on 18 and we'll see what happens. A lot of length, definitely a lot of length. The back end was, it flared a bunch and it definitely responded off the dry, but it seemed actually really controllable. Interesting. I have a ball in mind that this kind of reminds me of already, but let's throw it a few more times and figure it out. So we'll just put our feet back on 18 again. Man, I just sliced that rack in half. Let me slow it down a little bit. I feel like I'm throwing it a little too hard. So let's slow it down a little bit, see if we can shape it a little more. You know, I'm gonna move about 2 left as I slow it down. See if we can bend this thing a little bit. So I'm just gonna put my feet 2 left. A little slower. I don't know if it's just the colors on the ball, but it looks like it's revving up a ton in the back end. Or it might just be optical illusion, I'm not really sure. Like I said, very good looking bowling ball. Definitely an eye catcher. Let's get ourselves a full rack. So this is gonna probably slot into an arsenal right in the middle because it's got such a high differential, and I feel like when the lanes break down a little bit, you're gonna get to really see just how much hook potential and power this thing has. Like, I mean, this is a fresh condition. I would be using a much stronger ball right now. Get up. A lot of continuation. That thing ran over the 8-pin. It definitely comes off the dry. It's not the biggest, most angular ball in the back end I've thrown, but it's definitely covering boards. So I'm thinking, so I brought with me 3 other Hammer Pearls, and we'll kind of see where it slots in with those in a minute. Let's throw those a couple more times. So I'm gonna move 4 left now. So now my feet are on 24. Move my target a bit left. And see if we can open up the lane even a little more. Man, I like that. It continued really well. It didn't roll out, which is exactly what you want to see from a symmetric ball. Asymmetric balls are kind of designed to use all their energy and straighten out a bit more. The symmetric balls are generally more continuous, and this one seems to follow in that trend. All right, so again, we've got my feet on 24. I'm not going to move again just yet. Got to round it a little bit. That's not good enough. Oh, it is good enough. Ooh, I didn't think that ball was going to hook. I didn't quite catch it. I kind of fluffed it a little bit, didn't get my fingers into it. And I tugged it in the oil also on top of that. I did not think that was going to hit the pocket. I was expecting a washout or a 2-pin with all the oil in the middle of the lane, but that's a really good sign that it did not do that. So we've got a ball that also gives us a little bit of tug area. And obviously that's a good thing. So let's try it again from there, see what happens. Well, I definitely got into that one. Whew, man. This ball has got some serious power in the back, but it's not like a big angular, unpredictable, I don't know when it's going to hook power. Like, it's really predictable and it revs up a lot. I've been looking for a ball to replace my Troublemaker Pearl because it's got about 1 billion games on it, and I think I finally worn it out. And this might slot right into that spot. I need a big time symmetric pearl to fit right smack dab in the middle of my tournament arsenal. So this one is auditioning for the spot, and it seems to be doing pretty well. So I'm going to go another 3 left. So now my feet are on 27. Get up. Ooh, all right. Okay. Are we reaching the limit of the fresh? How much I can get this ball to come back on the fresh oil? I don't know. It was close. It almost did make it back. All right, let's try that again. I'm going to throw it just a pinch slower. I'm already way farther left than I would ever be playing on the fresh house shot in this place. So, unless they just happen to be hooking that day, which does happen. All right. We're gonna get up. Yeah. Interesting. Very interesting. I like it. I like it a lot. Now, if there was even some dry to the right, where maybe it was game 2, game 3 of league, I could probably throw this ball, I could just boom it down the lane. I feel like if you're a two-hander, you're gonna love this thing. Like, if you're a two-hander and you're looking for a reactive kind of symmetric pearl that's got some power in it, but isn't gonna overdo it, I would definitely look at this ball. Okay, so let's do a couple of comparisons here. So I said I brought 3 balls, other Hammer Pearls with me. So the first one is the Black Widow Mania. So, you know what? Hold on. Let's take a test shot. So we're going to move back to the right with this Hazmat Pearl. So I just want one spot that I can throw all 4 of these bowling balls. So I'm going to put my feet on 22. I think that's fair. Let's see if that's correct. Yeah. Okay. So the way that ball ran over the 8-pin, almost 9-pin. Okay, that's where I'm playing with all these other balls. That's my control. All right, so my feet were on 22. So Black Widow Mania first. Feet on 22. A bit more length, a bit cleaner. And the reaction was a little more angular and a little more forward. I think the Hazmat Pearl seemed a little bit earlier than the Widow Mania. Just a bit though, not a whole lot. So, let's throw another. So still feet in the same place. Feet on 22. Yeah, the Hazmat Pearl is definitely just a little earlier, it feels like. I think the cover on the Widow Mania is just cleaner. Okay, so that's the Widow Mania. We'll go down a little bit and we'll use the Hammer Effect, the original one, not the special effect, not the Effect Tour, the original Hammer Effect. Now this has the cohesion in it, and the Hazmat Pearl does not. But this was like the original. This was the first cohesion ball, so we'll see what it does. Ooh, that ball definitely read the dry a bit earlier. I might have got a little further right than I should have, but it definitely hit that dry and turned. All right, so let's see. Just try to throw it just a bit better. Maybe not get it so far right. Yeah, it's a little less continuous on the back end than the Symmetric ball. And maybe even the Hazmat Pearl hooks more than the Effect. That would be something that I wouldn't have expected. Can't really say surprising, I just wouldn't have expected it. I would have thought the Hammer Effect would have hooked more just because I feel like it's a little earlier, but I don't know, maybe not. All right, I want one more. So one more with the Effect. All right, feet on 22. Close to about the same amount of hook, but the shapes are a little different. The Effect seemed a little earlier and a little straighter. It read the pattern a little better, but it straightened out more because of the asymmetric core. All right, so, and now we're going to go down to the Hammer Anger. I'm expecting this ball to hook less, but I don't know. I mean, at this point, who knows? So let's see what it does. Should hook less. Oh, I got that right. Yeah, into the dry a little too much, but you can see the anger just floats down the lane better. It's definitely more, I think, of a skid flip than the Hazmat Pearl. I still feel like it hooks a little less, or maybe just a little cleaner. It's got, I think it's got the length of the Widow Mania, the anger, but it's got the Symmetric, more continuous hook. Let's throw another one from there. Do that a little better. Yeah, it doesn't have the power because the core is not as strong. The anger uses the infamous core that was in that Hammer Infamous, and it's just not as strong, I don't think. So I think it's safe to say the Hazmat Pearl just slots in above the anger. The RG on the Hazmat Pearl is way lower also. The RG on the anger is what, like 254, I think? 5.5, it's up there. And this one is, the Hazmat Pearl is what, 247? So it's gonna rev up way earlier off my hand. So let's see. You can see it revving and wanting to read the pattern way better, way more than the anger did. So let's move in just a little more. So I was on 22 now, but when I ended before the comparisons, I was on 27. So let's go to 30. Just looping the lane. Pretty nice. Just looping the lane. It's continuous. It's really predictable. For a symmetric pearl, it's definitely on the more predictable side and the stronger side. I feel like broken down sport patterns, this is something you can probably use when you need to get through the heads. Maybe the pattern is somewhere around like 38 to 42 feet, and it's maybe game 3. You don't want to use this on a 38-foot pattern. Maybe a 42, and you can kind of square up a bit, but 38, the back ends are probably going to be too early and hook too sharp. So maybe when the pattern carries down a bit, like maybe USBC Nationals, like team event game 3, this could probably be okay. If you're headed out to Baton Rouge, maybe look at this for like a late game 3 ball, or maybe like game 5 and 6 of doubles and singles. This could be really good. Looping the lane again. Ooh, wow. Hello. Okay. That means I can move more left. All right. I love it when it goes high. I get to move more left. It's awesome. I did throw that a little slower, intentionally, because now I know I can move left. So that my feet were on 30 on that one. So I'm just going to go all the way to 35, I guess. Let's just take a big jump. So I'll get my feet on 35. And this was probably going to be somewhere just left of the middle arrow, I'm guessing. Get up, ball. Ooh, all right. I think it's maybe a little too much for that ball just this early. But it almost got there. If I threw that a little slower, it probably would have been fine. And for me, slow is like normal speed for most other people. So if you don't have my ball speed, you might be able to just, loop the lane as much as you want with this thing if you like to hook the ball. All right, we'll try one more from there, and I'll just slow it down just a pinch more. See if we can get it to cover all those boards and strike. 32, 34, 35. A little slower. A little left at the arrows. Yeah, I mean, it was pretty continuous too. It hit the spot, it hooked back. It was almost as close to a no doubter as you can get right off your hand. So I think this ball's got a lot of potential. Looks like Hammer's got a winner. So let's wrap this video up. So that's what we're looking at with the Hazmat Pearl. If you have any questions about this ball, please let me know. If you want to know maybe if it would be a good fit for you, what other balls you've got in your arsenal. Yeah, sure, we can try and figure out if this might be a good fit in your arsenal. Or just leave me a comment and let me know what you thought of the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, it really helps the channel. And until our next video, we will see you next time.